Can Happen Friday, the art and cultural side of Southeast Asia.
Hello and welcome back to Duran ASEAN. You're with Gowri here today on our Anything Can Happen Friday. And today we will be talking with a bunch of artists from an arts academy to see what exactly is happening with their first group exhibition coming up as a collective, which will be presenting different styles, and each artist will be presenting their own piece of work for this exhibition. So with me here today, I have Kang.
Hello.
Hi. And I have
Yasmeen.
Yasmeen Cheong. And then I have Jasmine Cheong.
Hi.
And I also have
Yean.
Yeah. Okay, got all the names. So perhaps we can start with each of you introducing yourself first and telling us what do you do exactly. Starting with you.
Okay. Good morning to everyone. And my name is Yong Kang. So actually, the concept about my artwork is about the engage on things that happen around me in everyday life, and it explores the fragments of life that touches aspects of social, economy, culture, and psychological phenomena. So recently, I like to put a lot of metaphorical things into my artwork. So sometimes you can see that my artwork is look a bit whimsical. Yeah.
Whimsical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Right.
that's all.
And maybe moving on to Yasmeen.
Hi, I'm Yasmeen. I'm mostly focused on portraiture with using charcoal and painting. I'm concerned about the status of elderly, and I go to the nursing home to ask the question and care them and listen their story, and then express it on my canvas and my painting to tell all the people what their needs, the
Right.
love and something
Okay.
like that. Okay.
And what about Jasmine? What is your style?
Okay, I love painting. I love the art of back to the natural. I feel everything is natural is bad of art. I felt children drawing are most primitive, simple and direct expression of art. So I have been exploring the art direction on the return for our inner collective by told to the painting to understand my inner self and the outside world. My work explores the inner stage of the human mind that can refer to as non-material. It approaches to our perceived body, and yet they work together as one.
Okay, thank you. Let's ask Yenny, what is your style of painting and what can we expect from you?
Hi, I'm Yean. I actually is the art teacher of the children. So my artwork is involves to the art, like the children's style. So some subconscious imagination and observation from the student. And my work included like some history and culture aspect of the Mauritius. And my inspired by innocent naivety of children, creativity, and my artwork also involve like how to play in form and line. And I combine a different style in my artwork, like the folk art and lighting art, and also some Africa art. So I use the very vivid color, like express the happiness of the children.
Okay. Can you just briefly explain the different style of the three arts that you mentioned?
The lighting of the folk art, right, is like the shape, and using like the graphic style because it's the color and the shape. And the Africa art actually is a dog. I play with the dog.
Okay.
It's a different dog. Is applied in my artwork, and also the folk art. The folk art is like the 90 art, almost like that.
Right.
But I combine all together, so it look like a big fabric and also like a big paper cut.
Okay. And let's talk more about the exhibition for now. This will be your first exhibition as a group, right?
Yes.
And maybe you can tell us a bit about the whole concept behind it, how you guys came together and came up with this aveNew title.
So actually the aveNew title is for these exhibitions, and we changed the word aveNew, that is NUE, into NEW. Is the meaning is to approach and make something towards in our new journey. And besides that, it also means that our new generation to work together in the future.
Okay.
So actually our group name is Continue.
Right.
That is, we also changed the word NUE into NEW, and the new word is also stand for a new generations. And the concept about our group name is to remind us to continue to be innovative, and so as to create out more and more artworks with good qualities, and we hope that we can show some different visual effect to the audience.
Okay.
And besides that, we decided to have some exhibition in the gallery. We also plan to have some community activities during our future planning.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And about this exhibition as well, what is the story that maybe you're trying to tell with all of you coming together with different set of paintings? What can people expect from the exhibition?
This is because we all of us have everyone have different style of artworks, and the concept is also very different. But finally we come out that the only common goals that all of us have is about that we are care about the society nowadays. Like for example, for Yasmeen, she is concerned about the status of the elderly nowadays, and for Yean she is most concentrate about the children artworks and about their feelings of artworks and like that. And also one of our members who is absent today, that's Cheong, he is more concerned about the nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
So each of you will be highlighting a different issue as well in your artwork. And maybe we can also briefly talk about that, because you said that most of your inspiration comes from everyday life and metaphor. Does it mean that when you're walking around, you're constantly observing around you, or do you go out and you look for inspiration? How does it work with you?
For me, I'm more concerned about the inner thought of a human.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more psychological.
Yeah.
Or what is your approach?
So like for things happen around me, and I will think more deeper for a question.
Okay.
Then I will try to make my sense into the visual language.
Okay.
So sometimes my artwork will see, like I said just now, will see a bit whimsical.
Right.
That's what I want to talk about, to let the audience to have more place to think about.
Okay.
That.
But when it comes to everyday life, I'm just curious, is it things that people do, things that you see on the road, or do you prefer a different kind of setting? What environment do you usually look at?
Mostly I'm concerned about the environment that happens around me. Can
you give us some examples?
And me.
Oh, okay. So it's more an interaction, is it?
Yeah, the interaction.
Right, when you're meeting with people and you're talking to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to Yasmeen. You work mostly with elderly people
Yes.
as well.
Actually, I'm come from a very happy family.
Okay, that's good.
And then one time I go to the nursing home and see the old elderly, and then I talk to them, and then know about their story, and then I feel that they are very lonely and need the love and cares, and so that I decide to choosing them to draw on my painting.
Okay.
And
wait, you choose them to draw
on my painting?
Okay,
yes.
okay.
With using my feeling, what am I feeling with them, and then I just draw on it.
But why do you choose to work with? You said you use mostly charcoal, right?
Yes.
Why do you prefer?
I love the charcoal of the effect.
Okay.
Of it can express because I'm not if people using the charcoal is always use the charcoal stick and
Right.
roma, and then
It's okay.
okay.
Yeah, I can just.
I use the
explain.
charcoal powder and use my hand to direct to.
So you use the powder. You don't actually use.
No,
the
I'm
stick.
not using pen or
Ah.
what. I'm use my hand and then I use my hand to pen it on the canvas like this.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And how is this effect actually different if I were to ask you, compared to painting with colors and brushes?
I like because I think black and white is can direct to tell the people
Okay.
what am I feeling is very directly
Okay.
feeling
And how long have
expression.
you been talking to all these elderly people and finding out
How
the
long?
stories?
Started on my school life
Okay.
about half years and about I think
Okay.
yes because we are just graduate and
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And
Okay.
let's move on to Jasmine. You said you work more with nature as well and understanding the inner self. So tell us a bit about that.
Okay, I'm also the art teacher, so it's a children. So I have worked a very long time, and I've together with the children played with them. So I love their nature, their true feeling for me. It's very happy, sad,
So it's the
and everything.
child's nature.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So it's very directly. So I love them, then I draw them. So I will paint with the oil and acrylic. I will focus the face, the emotion. So it will directly to linking to the inner stage.
Right. Okay.
So I will not drawing the body. I just the shape to present it. So I will present really happy colors.
Okay.
The simple line dot and the patterns. So it's showing their own inner stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So most of your paintings will actually be very happy, very vibrant.
Yeah, the
That's
emotion maybe gets the sad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's depending. Do you observe children a lot when it comes to before you do your work, or how do you get your?
Yes.
Yeah. That's,
Pray to them, then
Oh,
know
okay.
them to say some story for me, maybe asking for questions for them, what happened.
okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Yanni,
Yes.
your turn to answer the question.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit
Right.
more about working with children as well, and also you focus on history and culture. You said.
Because I teach art for the few years already.
Okay.
So since I'm 30 years old until now, so I have like subconscious in my mind, in my brain, and come out on my own artworks. Then all of it will come true. The inspiration will come true. And then the history and culture, I think the in Malaysia, history and culture in Malaysia is very unique and very special. So I combine all together in my artwork.
Okay.
So it will more powerful and more attractive.
Okay.
So got many different issues inside. So maybe people can see and audience can see my artwork for a long time because inside one artwork maybe got different story, different session. You can see one by one.
Right. And how long does it usually take for you to come up with this piece?
Actually, I spend a lot of time because I don't use any acrylic. I only use an oil pen for my artwork.
Oh, okay.
And then I focus on the details.
Right.
My artwork, right, is one by one, layer by layer, because I need to let it dry one layer, second layer with a different color, and then the color that apply in my artwork also have many color because I want to bring out the happiness, and then the nature of the color and the textures.
Okay.
So I focus on it. It should look like the paper cut for the when you stand on the forest at a distance you can see like the paper cut, but you go through it. Actually, here's some texture. You can see some thick color on the top. This one is very interesting, I think, compared with acrylic.
And I'm curious to know when it comes to history and culture, even talking about history, what exactly do you mean? Do you like to read up on history? Do you like to watch all
No, no.
movies, or what is
Ah.
your interpretation of history?
Actually, I
when it
only
comes
see
to-
some book,
Okay.
some history book,
Right.
and also see some internet.
Right.
But I not only focus on Malaysia. So far, it's focus on Malaysia.
okay.
But further on, I will go to the international, some the problem or some history then internationally.
Mhm.
But so far, it's only focus on the Malaysia.
Okay.
But I
what-
only some
yeah.
look like some. It's not like really the record or what. It's like the record of the history,
Mhm.
like the country life of the Malaysians.
Oh,
How they live,
okay.
how is the scene. What
Okay.
because I come from Kelantan,
Mhm.
so it's a small country. It's a small
Mhm.
town.
Yes.
So the life in the city actually is different.
Yeah.
So I can record the life in my painting.
Mhm. So that's what you do. You try to take a scenery
Yeah.
and then you preserve it in your painting.
I know take picture all in my mind already.
Okay,
Because I live
okay.
in the Kelantan when I small.
Right.
I grow in the Kelantan.
Okay.
Mm.
And that's very interesting as well. And maybe you guys want to give me some examples of the work you've done so far. Probably which is your favorite piece, or which one is the most special one to you, or that has a lot of meaning. Anyone?
You
Maybe
mean
starting
have
with you.
to be one by one?
One by one, isn't it? Just talk about
So-
one particular work that you've done that is very special
So
to you.
far, I think I like the most of my artwork is the latest that's
Mhm.
exhibition in the Artemis Gallery
Okay.
now.
And what is the name, the title of it?
The title is a series.
Okay.
The title is about the beautiful excuse.
Mhm.
There's beautiful excuse 1,
Right.
2, and 3.
Okay.
And this series, I want to bring out the topic about is the restrictions of
Mhm.
life, because
And,
I
yeah.
noticed that nowadays a lot of people would like to give themselves a lot of excuse and some excuse,
Right.
and finally they end up to trap themselves, and they prefer to stay in the comfort zone rather
Mhm.
than change their life.
Okay.
So in this series, I purposely use the different lines to form the patterns for my background,
Okay.
and so as to bring out some different visual effect to the audience.
Okay.
And the combination of the flora in my artworks is to desire the freedom that most of the people are inherit about.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about that, are you talking about in Malaysian context?
No,
or
just
people
in
general?
Malaysia. Yeah, in general.
In general.
Not just in Malaysia.
Not just in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much it's a universal thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about Yasmeen?
The artwork I most like in my work, I think, is a work called Asun. This title is from the elderly's name, and
It's a person's name.
Yes,
is it?
this is the
okay. One
person's
of the
name.
elderly person that
Mm,
you
yes.
talked to.
How I like it.
What is so special about it that you feel like this is so good?
Okay, I like the peoples, and because this uncle is very not is different with others elderly, is very didn't have any hope, and then actually they always I talk to them, they always tell me that we are waiting to die
okay.
or something else very negative thing.
Okay.
But I thought talking with this uncle, he's already 70 years old, and then that day I go to find him, and he's helping the people to take the many bottle many
Okay.
have to do a lot of things, and then I
Right.
talk to them, and then he tell me he like to do the things, and then he don't like to always wait to another
Okay.
people to wait to die
Right.
or what.
Mm.
He like to he hope he can do what he can do now,
Mhm.
and then I can feel the hope, and then but actually he is still lonely or what, because I talk to him, he's very happy or what. and I say I will next time come. He will come. He will ask me when will I come again or
Okay.
like this.
Right.
And I paint. When I draw him, he have a how do I say?
What's that?
The picture is like his hand is on his face, and then is like is I think it's very cute pose,
Okay.
and then
Right.
so I draw it and use the line and the charcoal to express it. I
Okay.
think.
Thank
Something
you.
like that.
Let's move on to Jasmine. What about the work that you've done so far? Which is the one that really stands out to you?
I have the work have shown in the Chanda Gallery in Paprika.
Okay.
It's the work called In and Out.
Right.
It's the painting with the installation.
Okay.
It's combined together.
Right.
It's a two-piece door. Then I will paint on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will draw the girls called Sydney. Sydney is a very cute girl. I like her smile
Mm-hmm.
and if play with me every class.
Okay.
And then I will draw two tough emotion from the door there. It's a sad face
Mhm.
and very down feelings and very happy and like more happiness.
Okay.
Yeah. And I put some the ceramic with the piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It look like it's no. I'm not painting the dress. I just put some ceramic. The ceramic
Okay.
look like the magic is flying out
Right.
together with another the happy Sydney.
Okay.
There are two Sydney there. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
very interesting as well. So, what about Yean? I'm
Yeah.
so scared that I forgot
Yeah.
your name.
Actually, I like all my artwork.
Okay. You have to
so-
choose one.
I like the recent one.
Okay.
Actually, different session I got different style to play about it.
Mhm.
The previous hour is more tidy, and now I will try to scribble the background.
Mhm.
So like the scribble that the children scribble on the paper.
Mhm.
So some distro that I made it.
Right.
Then you can see like the nature of the children,
Okay.
how they draw. I play with this now.
So from tidy, you're making it messy.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
Some different, some challenging for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And what is so special about that you think?
Because this one nature of the children.
Okay.
I like the when I draw, I teach drawing. I teach a different range of the age of the children, like the
Mhm.
start from 3 years old
Yeah.
until teenagers, and then you can see the different stage got different style.
Okay.
And then the teenager they actually got some basic on their mind,
Mhm.
and then when they draw any things right, is follow the sense already. They got
Okay.
some sense, like
Right.
this one is right, this one is the true.
Mhm.
They follow what exactly what they see. But I teach the 3 years old, they actually know any sense in their mind.
Okay.
And then what they are draw is very interesting. It's very cute and very naturally. So I like the scribbling they do.
Okay.
So this is why I want to express out.
Right. So you try to capture that.
Yeah. Then I
that
try to
feeling, that
some
rawness.
some subconscious in my mind already.
Right,
So
okay.
I want to replace.
Mhm.
And then for us, right, for the artists, if you want to draw the things we very realistic, it's very easy for us.
Okay.
If you want to create your style, this is
Right.
what we call artist.
Right.
And this one you
Right.
call difference to have your own styling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many paintings will you guys be showcasing each at the exhibition?
You mean in other Miss Gowri?
Yeah.
This
Each of
exhibition.
you. Yeah.
At least three art
Each
piece.
of you three
Uh.
artwork. Okay. And that will be in Artemis Gallery.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to take a short break. When we come back, we will discuss more about your upcoming exhibition.
Anything can happen Friday. The art and cultural side of Southeast Asia.
Hello and welcome back to Duran ASEAN. You're still with Gowri here on your Anything Can Happen Friday. And today I'm talking to a bunch of budding artists who are all gearing up for their first ever group exhibition together. And for this part, I want to ask you guys the very basic question of all the things that you could have majored. Why did you choose to study fine arts in college? Anybody? Who wants to go first?
Me again. Okay. So basically, I think my talent on drawing is from my father's, because actually my father is also an artist.
Okay.
He's a watercolor artist. So I like to draw since very young.
How old were you?
About 3 to 4 years
Okay.
old. Yeah, I learned a lot of watercolor skills from him. So since about Form 3, I think that I know that my ambition is to study the art college.
Right.
So
But your father didn't tell you to study business or something?
no, he's very support me.
Okay, that's
yeah,
good.
my family is very support.
Right. What about Yasmeen?
It's very simple. Simple is I just like the drawing.
Okay, right.
And since my 5 years old, and then I watch the cartoon or what, like to drawing a lot or something else. But and then Form 5 have to choose what we have to study, and then I just directly to I didn't think to study another course. It's just choose art only.
Okay.
Yes, like that.
What about Jasmine?
Actually, I like drawing. It started when I'm 3 years old.
Wow, you guys are like 3
Yeah.
years old, 5 years old.
Because my dad is also like drawing, and my mom is.
You have the same dad?
Not the same dad.
No, not same dad.
Okay.
Also not same
Oh
mom.
my God. Okay.
My mom is learning fashion design, so she's for the file, and the file have many designs, the dress, the beautiful colors, patterns. So my dad also teaching how to draw the kampong house and the coconut tree.
Okay.
So I started with the simple
Right.
things. So when I go to the primary, secondary school, I also think I'm just going to art.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also started out with kampong house and coconut
Yeah.
tree.
Everyone started like this.
It became something else.
Yeah, it's very cute
So
things.
what about Yenny? How did you start out? Was your dad an artist too?
Huh?
Was your dad also a good painter?
No.
No. Okay.
Actually, my families come from a very small country.
Okay.
They don't know the course or the fine art course,
Right,
because
of
fine art course
course.
in Malaysia actually is not very popular and not very famous.
Yeah.
Even I will choose the fine art course because of my elder sister. My elder sister also graduated from fine art with the same school. So when I still more, I see my sister drawing. That from that time I know go the fine art course. And then when I come through, I want to go to choose my course.
Yeah.
I choose the fine art course.
Okay.
And then, actually, my father also not really agree.
Okay.
It's okay now. He's very proud.
What did he want you to do?
Actually, I meant for the engineer in my secondary school.
Right.
So he hot then I can continue study it, whether engineering or become the teachers.
Okay.
But I don't want.
Okay.
And then I continue to study fine art course until now. I will. So that's why we want to keep drawing. Keep to drawing to show some result to my father. So now he's also very proud of me.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And what about your plans after this exhibition? Do you plan to have more exhibitions? Do you intend to continue painting? What's next for you guys?
Maybe we are planning to have some workshop for the society activities, community
Okay.
activities, like
By yourself, or will you be doing
with
it
a
with
group.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do this with a group.
I mean, a group, as in school, or you're going to approach some organization?
With this group called Continue, yeah.
Ah, okay, as in
Yeah.
your group.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my our group.
We will continue to do some community event and then some workshop as well. And then the exhibition will also going on.
Okay.
But for the next year we plan to do more different things
Right.
that related to art.
Okay. And I have to ask you this question as well. In Malaysia also, I think you were saying earlier that people don't really know that you can study fine arts. I think even
Yes.
for me, people don't know that you can study performing arts in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So how do you think that this is going to work out for you? Do you feel like you made the right choice, you're going to keep fighting for it, or do you feel like there's going to be a lot of challenges in the future for you?
Yes, I think the fine art actually is very good.
Yeah.
After I study, I found that there is very many technique in my fine art you can learn.
Okay.
It's not only drawing,
Mm-hmm.
it's drawing and sculpture and
Okay.
also ceramic and printmaking also. Even they don't know the price the printmaking is and why I think the ceramic and sculpture is more easy. They know about it, but the printmaking maybe some of them just don't know. Printmaking actually is the print technique by using the carving
Alright.
that print out by the handmade. It's not the digital one.
Mm-hmm.
And by this one, it's not many school you can learn about it.
Alright.
And then why I say so, the art is very important because all our things around is related to art.
Yeah.
So I think that when I draw the fine art course, you can go through when you want to go out to walk, right? It's not only one area you can do.
Mm-hmm.
The different career you can go through.
Can you give us some example?
Like we can also do some graphic
Right.
because we learn
Okay.
digital art also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
That's
learn
interesting.
some AI, Photoshop, and some Color Panda.
Right.
Yeah,
So it's
because
not-
I don't know the other school, but our school Dasein Academy is learn a lot of things.
Okay. So it's great that
Yeah.
you know, when people think about fine arts, they think, oh, okay, so you studied fine arts, so
Yeah.
you can just paint. That's
Yeah,
it.
many of them only say maybe only the oil painting.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not.
But it's much more.
Yeah,
than that.
there are much more things that you can learn from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think we're almost at the end of our interview, so perhaps you can wrap things up. One of you can talk about where's the exhibition taking place, how long, how can people get more information about this?
So our exhibition will start in the 4th of October, and the opening ceremony will be held on the 4th
Okay.
of the October, and it's in the Artemis Gallery. So
In Publica, right?
yeah, in Publica.
And is there any fee, any payment, or people can just go and
No.
have a look?
There is no charge for the payment, and then the opening will start at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And have the opening refreshment there. So got some speech there. All of
Right.
us will come through there. So we can talk about about the art. If you're interested, welcome to come.
And will you be selling your paintings as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The art
Okay.
gallery is selling the painting actually.
Okay.
So welcome and support us.
Okay. So thank you so much to all four of you for joining me here today in the studio and sharing about your artwork, and all the best for your upcoming exhibition.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.